Good evening, my name is Andyshea, Saberioon, this is Ricky Johnson, and we are the co-founders of PledgeCents.com. PledgeCents is referred to as Bake Sale 2.0. We created PledgeCents to answer the education's most pressing questions. Where's the money? How do my students today get the opportunities they need to succeed for the future? Not tomorrow, not in 6 months, but right now. The vision behind PledgeCents is to provide more educational resources for every student around the world by helping minimize teachers and how much they spend on out-of-pocket expenses for their school. Last year, stats show that teachers spent $1.6 billion out of their own pocket for basic classroom necessities. Here in Philadelphia, as I'm sure you're familiar, teachers spend on average $600 to $1,200 out of their own pocket to provide pencils and papers and composition books. We actually just found out that there's only 11 school librarians for over 200 schools here in the city. It's reasons like this that made Ricky and myself actually move from Houston to Philly 2 weeks ago in this beautifully hot, gorgeous weather you'll have, so that we can really focus on growing PledgeCents and making an impact now, not next year, not 2 years later, but today for the students who deserve it and the teachers who need it. Since January of 2014, when we launched, PledgeCents now helps over 300 schools in 28 states who've raised over $200,000 for all sorts of different classroom needs. We're democratizing how funding is done for classrooms through true grassroots crowdfunding. And we wanted to be here tonight to show you guys just quickly how easy it is for anybody to create a cause and make an impact in the classroom, and how easy it is to actually invest in a classroom. So simply you go through and you sign up. It's nothing crazy, just email and password. Once you do so, you go and fill out information, you come to your school organization. Through this, you go through and be able to select through a drop-down menu and find your school or your PTA or your nonprofit that's already signed up on the platform. Every single organization that's signed up on our platform goes through a secure vetting process, unlike any other of the traditional crowdfunding sites. We make sure to do this to mitigate any kind of questions about security or accountability that may come up of how the funds are being utilized. If you don't see your school or organization, you simply fill out information. Very quick, basic information, your school, principal contact, and so forth, and then you submit it. Simultaneously, while you do this, we built a streamlined communication process that your administrator at the school organization will get contacted to let them know that so-and-so has just signed up to school. This communication process is very crucial because it always keeps the principals and the administrators aware of what fundraising activities are going on in their schools and who's raising the funds and where it's coming from. So then after that, you go and put in your teacher, and you're ready to actually create your first cause. Our technology has built a handheld kind of process that walks you through step by step to creating your beautiful cause. Create a funny name, which is not PledgeCents, but you create a funny name, and then you go on, you can put pictures and content, you put in your goal amount, and then you also put a time frame. The beauty of our platform, our motto of because every cent counts, is even if you don't meet your monetary goal when your time frame is up, you still receive funds. Through our platform, you'll go be able to integrate any video or YouTube links to also add some kind of imagery to your cause and explain what you need for your classroom or what the impact this is going to do for your students. And then we built in a preview cause where you can actually see what your cause will look like in real time before you submit it for us to approve. Once it's submitted, your administrator gets an email saying, Ricky Johnson just submitted this cause. If there's any questions, feel free to reach out. It goes to our team, we review, we send back if it needs more modifications or edits. If not, then it goes live within 24 to 48 hours. And just like that, you put it in the cake in the oven, and in 30 minutes, you get your beautiful now fundraising page. So the premise of this is taking away the traditional archaic cumbersome methods of door-to-door candy sales and gift wrapper sales and bake sales and car washes that our schools are still doing today to raise funds. And in a matter of minutes, you can sign up and create one of these and be ready to go and start raising funds for your school and provide transparency to how those funds are being utilized. Every single page here has the different social media functions at the bottom. Social media is a very crucial integration that we put into the platform because it allows you to reach outside of the school block radius or the school 5-block radius, to reach more people in different cities or different states who want to make an impact. Through our platform, on average, 50% of the dollars that go into a cause come from outside the cause creator's direct network. We do this a lot through promotion on Facebook. So fun stuff that we do, kind of promoting the cause and getting the awareness out, is we'll go to cause and they'll say, hey, for the next 24 hours, for every one Facebook share you do, we'll give $1 back to your cause. The point of this is to make that cause creator excited and not go out there and ask, hey, can you give me $10 or $15, but can you share? And while they're asking for the can you share this on your wall, can you share this to your email, to your network, we see that for every one share brings in $8 invested into the cause. Showing the fact that it's bringing an audience outside of your school community to be able to make an impact even though they don't know who you are. What we've done here is, as you see, we use the word invest. A lot on the site. It's investor, investment, investing. We never use the word donor, donate, donation, simply because we just don't like those. For us as a team, it's the fact that you're making an investment in a teacher, you're making an investment in a school, more importantly, you're making an investment in the students to get the resources they deserve. Last cool feature on our cause page is we have a follow this cause. So even if you don't want to contribute or give your $1 or $10 right now, you have the ability to put in your email, your password, and then get periodic emails throughout the duration of that cause to see how it's progressing, how is it doing, and through that time period, you can then go and say, okay, 3 weeks later, here's my $10. Or 2 weeks later, this cause is already 50% to its goal, let me just top it off a little more. So we're making it super, super easy to be able to make the impact and to make the difference for the students that they deserve. So once you're ready to invest, you just go simply on here. You can put $1, you can put $10. Shoot, if you want, you can put 1,000. We're not going to stop you. But then you just go through and you hit next. And through our payment processing partner, WePay, we integrated the API that allows you to put in your payment information via credit card or ACH, and then you hit next and you're done. You made your investment. If you invest in a verified nonprofit through our platform, through your confirmation email, you receive that tax ID for that school organization, so it's 100% tax deductible for you. So we're very excited, we're very honored to be here, and thank you so much for having us. Ricky and I want to kind of leave with 2 points. The first point is if you know a teacher, if you know a school, if you know an educator, if you're an alum and you're a friend or whatever it be, start spreading the word, because the longer we wait, the more time goes on without our students getting the opportunities they deserve. Propagate technology like AberNet, this kind of technology that our students need, our classrooms need, and schools deserve. At the end of it, they need the funding to be able to purchase. So we need to be able to work together and get the word out there as much as we can. So we ask that you spread the word and help us grow as we come from Houston to Philly to make the impact. The second that we've done for tonight, as a kind of a welcoming, I guess, ourselves to the city, is if you go on the site, we're on Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff, but if you go on the site by the end of tonight, midnight tonight, we're actually going to match the next $500 that goes into any Philly area cause. We don't have a lot of Philly area causes, but we have enough that you can make an impact. So just give $1 or $5, and we're going to personally match up to $500 towards those Philly area causes. We've been able to prove through our first year how crucial and how impactful this is going to be and what we're doing for students. The power now is in your hands of joining us and making the difference that our students deserve, because every cent really does count. Thank you.
Question is, what's the most you're allowed to raise on your site?
If you want to raise $1 billion, go for it. There's no maximum minimum. We have causes who've raised $50. We've had causes who've raised over $27,000. So we've had a different kind of raise. What we see in our platform is the numbers are bread and butter around $600 to a little over $1,000. So even if you don't meet your goal, causes raise about $650. If they do meet their goal, they raise a little over $1,000. Yes.
Hi, I teach anatomy and math also. A lot of students that can't afford textbooks. A lot of times the department runs out of money to buy animals like cats and frogs. money be directly like to the department or the teacher?
So the way the funds are transferred?
Yes.
I'm sorry, the question was that the money that's going into a cause, is it going to the department or to the teacher or the person who's hosting the cause, correct?
Right.
So what we've done actually is we built in a streamlined process, again, that's taking traditional ways of how schools are doing fundraising and moved it online. So all funds are sent to that organization or to the school, written out to them, memo to the person who created the cause. So it doesn't go directly to your account because it's taxable income for you, but it goes directly to the school organization so they can account for it. And then every semester, every school and organization receives a report from us about all the contributions we've been given on the site, donor names, and so forth for reporting.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yes.
Do you charge any fees, like how Kickstarter kind of screws you over with a 3% they take out of what you raise?
I don't know if we call it screwing you over, but I guess then we're screwing you over too. Yeah, so on ours it's simple, it's kind of an Indiegogo model where it's flexible funding. So if you meet your goal, you receive all your funds minus 5%. If you don't meet your goal, you still receive your funds minus 8%. The difference, again, with us and others is that on some of them that schools may use more often than not, if you don't meet your goal, the money is refunded back. So through kind of our flexible fee structure, the funds are still going.
Great, excellent. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And it's called business model.